go, Power Rangers, go, Ninja Storm, let's go.
Dang,
Spirit of the End. Straight like thunder, go, Power Rangers, go.
The Power Rangers peaked when they went to space. There, I
said it. Well, it had some peaks. Hang on. It peaked when we went to the future twice. It's a fact, bro. It's a fact, bro. Listen,
okay, once the franchise goes
better in space.
It's true. It's fact.
Yeah, once a franchise goes to space, where can you go from there? You know,
it can go to the future
with Jack. All right.
Yeah, not just the hood, the future hood, bro.
I'm just saying the space Power Rangers gave us a Psycho Rangers after all, and you know
we had our
gave us Doggy Kruger, okay.
And also, we had evil Rangers. We had a full set of evil Rangers, and they weren't made evil. They chose to be evil, okay? That was the A Squad, all right? Man, SPD had it, bro. And you know what? The more I watch it, Time Force is kind of peaked too. It's not my favorite, but I get why people love it. So
they got Virgil.
They got Virgil. Yeah,
amazing. That's amazing. SPDs where I actually stopped my Power Rangers crusade.
That's why you'll never be a true Power Rangers fan.
That was your first mistake.
Yeah, funny enough, like around that time, I was like swept away by my family, or like saying, "Yeah, you're getting a little too old for Power Rangers," and I'm like, "Yeah, I guess I am." Well, I didn't know people could stick in with the Power Rangers well until adulthood. Like,
you know what's crazy? When I was a kid, I only watched Ninja Storm, and that was the only Power Rangers I ever watched. And then I forgot and then I watched the History of Power Rangers videos by Linkara, shout out. And I was like, oh, you know what? Some of these are actually really cool. Let me go check them out. And some of them I didn't like, but then I watched like SPD. I said, yo, this shit's cool. Like this is just a dope Power Rangers series. This is really cool. I think I watched Mighty Morphin next. And I like Mighty Morphin's first 2 seasons, and then Tommy became the leader of the team, and I was like, yeah, this is not really as cool. I love, like, I still love the campiness of Mighty Morphin. I love the guitar. Yo, that guitar. Oh my god, the soundtrack at Mighty Morphin is fucking peak. Like, it gets your adrenaline pumping, bro. But you know, there's so many good Power Ranger seasons, even after the during Saban and after Saban. Fewer when we get to Neo Saban though. But that's another.
It peaked with Disney.
Yes. It's weird to say, but as much as people hate Disney now, they made the best Power Ranger series of all time. So there you go.
But hey audience, what's going on?
Oh, hi Mark.
Don't say hi to them.
Yeah.
Did you guys see the stuff from book 7 of Twisted Wonderland? Holy shit, this is starting to turn into a horror movie. I was like, Malleus, leave idiot alone. I love you, but you gotta leave him alone. This is starting to get scary.
You don't have to. You must. You need to.
Wait, did you see the halftime show at the Super Bowl?
I did. That's the only thing I watched.
The only way that could have been like more bad for Drake is if they just had him on the cross, like in the middle of the stand while Kendrick was singing the song.
They should have brought his live reaction on the Titantron.
Right.
I'm the only one here who didn't watch the Super Bowl. Apparently,
and this is why you can't get your black card. Okay, which got the black card? You won't.
Hang on, we didn't watch the Super Bowl. We watched the halftime show. That's different.
Yeah, and Austin, for the record, man, out of everybody here, who has the first appearance of Isaiah Bradley and who has the first appearance of Falcon? I did my part for the community. I did my part for the community,
but not the culture. Okay. We supported the culture.
I did my part, dude.
You want to support the culture? You get the first appearance of Luke Cage. All right.
Speak your truth, Cryptid. Speak your truth.
I did my part, dude.
I kept out the ultimate Nick Luke Cage. All right.
There you
go. Gotcha.
Well,
so, all right. Well, I guess with all the giggles out of the way, you guys want to get started?
Yeah, why not?
Sure.
Gotcha. All right. Welcome to Comic Phanatic Live, the news and the reviews of the week, audience. You're here with me, Cryptid Secret 415. I'll save my intro for tomorrow. So
you better give us an intro tomorrow.
Yeah, we're not pulling that thing you tried to pull last week.
And you're here with me, your friendly neighborhood, Jake Talano, here to tell you that new Spider Boy, Yeah, I ain't with it.
I guess it's my turn. Ace Comics Break Your Wall, and I want you to know, Jake owe Reed an apology because Reed's actually been clutching up when it comes to people in his community. Okay, Jake had a whole point like a few months ago talking about how Reed is so smart, but he doesn't do anything for the community. I want you to know, every house within like 30 blocks of the Fantastic Four building, he made it so it's bigger on the inside, so more people can live there, because he knows how dangerous the streets get around his place.
I want you to know. I want you to know when the next Marvel event happens, if anything happens to that 30-block radius, that's on Reed's hands. So,
but he has to wait to bring it back, bro. Okay, it is protected.
Okay.
And insured.
All right.
Anyways, I'm Richter, also known as the Witch of Jotunheim, pronouns they, he, and as of yesterday, Young Avengers turns 20. Ayo. Wow. Hey. Happy birthday, Young Avengers.
How many of y'all feel old?
I don't.
I was 3 when that comic
I don't think I was ever young.
Wow.
I was 3 when that comic came out. I better get something cool for Alpha Flight's 50th anniversary. I know we ain't, but it would be nice.
You can get a Sasquatch one-shot.
Awesome. That was
hey, hell no. Don't give he's an asshole.
Wait, at bare minimum, you'll get a whole lineup of variants for them.
I'll get a one-shot.
Yeah. Variant covers and any excuse. So,
listen, together we form the Fanatics, and we talk about the news and reviews of the week on our special Monday nights. It's news night, hence Fanatic Night News, which I forgot to. I mistitled the episode. I gotta fix that. But yeah, Fanatic Night News, and we're gonna be talking about some pretty special news. We're gonna be doing reacting a lot. Okay, we're gonna be reacting to the Thunderbolts trailer, Jurassic World, that new trailer, and also we're gonna be talking about Spider-Man a bit because he's been making waves in his timeline. We also got so much more to talk about, but we'll get into that later. We also have some social medias, Which you wanna hit us up with them?
I heard that rumor, so I'm gonna put away my Pinterest for a second so I can enlighten you on this. Okay, you guys ready for this? I don't think y'all are ready for this. First of all, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Okay, we're trying to get 100 subscribers. So if you want to be nice to me, and if you want to give Austin a reason to keep being a wall instead of a brick half the time, do that. Please subscribe. You can also follow us on our Twitter account at Comic Fanatic 69. Ooh, yes, that lovely little scroll bar. Yeah. I keep forgetting to make a blue sky, so whenever I do that, you guys will know about it. Yay! Anyways, if you don't want to follow the whole squad and you just want to follow me, your boy, you can follow me on Twitter at Witch of Jotun with an E instead of a U. TikTok and Instagram at witch_of_Jotunheim. I also have a Tumblr and a Blue Sky at Northstar Aria. And, you can follow me on Rednote at Witch of Jotun. You could do that as well. I don't know why. I think my phone auto-corrected it for my Twitter. It was supposed to have an E instead of a U. But regardless, it's fine. Fun fact, Austin actually makes some appearances in some of the stuff that we're talking about today. So try to look out for him. Look out for him.
Yeah, awesome. Austin is a grade A actor in the Fanatics universe. So
yes. Cryptid's in the same spot as always. He's just chilling. No snacks this time, unfortunately. I tried to convince him to go get a snack, and he was like, "Nah, it's fine." But moving on. Hey, Jake.
What's up?
Where are you?
I'm chilling with my fellow Parakas, watching them bully the helpless Matoran of the universe. Why
can't you be in a regular location, bro? Why can't you be like a cantina or something one time?
They have cantinas that they made out of slave labor.
Oh shit, right. That's not fun.
No, that's not. But it's okay. I hear the tow are on the way, and surely they'll be able to
supporting the local businesses. I see you.
Yeah, you know how it is, bro. So,
Anyways, we should move on.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I was like, all right.
Okay.
Okay, so I guess with that, let's get on to the topics of the week, audience. So
let's start off with the asshole.
Yeah.
Why do we start with
everyone? Boo! Boo!
Right.
Yeah. Let me open it up. Let me open it up. Rob Liefeld done with Marvel? Question mark. Question mark. Question mark. So yeah. Apparently, Rob was upset with how he was treated during the premiere of the Deadpool and Wolverine movie, and yeah, he was not happy that he wasn't given extra regards to him being the creator of Deadpool. Yeah, there are a couple things I'm seeing from this story, but yeah, I'll get to it later. I'll get to those points now. Just gibber away, guys. What are your thoughts on this?
I think he deserves it.
Deserved. I keep in mind there are tons of creatives who work on comics that don't get any recognition, who don't go to any of these movie premieres, and they're fine with that for the most part. Even though I think they would love some healthcare purposes and not have to struggle to have to pay for their medical bills and such, because that's happened multiple times.
Well, hang on, being fine with it is not the same as it being okay. So what do you feel? Which do you think is justified, or what do you think?
Well, to be fair, we never said it was okay. We had this conversation before. We do think they should do something, but I don't think any time a character shows up, they should get paid $1 million. I think that's ridiculous.
It should be paid at least reparations for every movie appearance, But also, I want to bring this up as someone who does like to read certain comics. Rob Liefeld to me is turning into John Byrne. A well-respected person in the industry just turned into a bitter, old, angry man who's an asshole.
I could sympathize with that.
Isn't the man who denies Deadpool first appearance he won't sign it if you bring it to him?
You're talking about Major X. Yeah,
Major X. That's what it was.
Yeah, that was the one. That was the point where me, as a diehard Deadpool fan, really saw a dark side to Rob Liefeld, a greedy, bitter side. But in terms of him being done with Marvel, yeah, I want you all to keep that in mind for when Deadpool 4 comes out.
Oh, wait. Isn't it he done said this?
I'm pretty sure. I mean, come on, dude.
Yeah, Jim Starlin says it multiple times.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. When Deadpool 4 comes out, which we all know is going to happen, right? Do you really think the Rob Liefeld's going to be sitting in his house yeah, I'm not going to do anything with Marvel? I mean, come on. A paycheck is a paycheck, Yep, I'm sure. You remember when he said that Deadpool team up book that he's writing right now? That's going to be his last ever work with Deadpool. Yeah. I'm sure that's going to be the one. The one where he teams up with Spider-Gwen and all those other guys.
Also,
that's your finale.
This is the same Rob Liefeld that refuses to acknowledge that Shatterstar is bisexual. So, just letting you know that.
Did he make Shatterstar?
He did.
Yes. He made the character along with Fabian Nicieza. So yeah, this is what it is.
And plus, keep in mind,
that's a different situation. Then I think if he made it, I think he's allowed to acknowledge the character as the way he made him. But I get the character changed after you wrote him.
Just because you created the character doesn't mean keep in mind other writers made all these characters better. Okay, Deadpool got better after Rob Liefeld left. Not Cable, because Cable was before, but keep in mind other writers made Deadpool who he is, and all his other characters. So
I'd be careful. I'm just saying I understand a writer being well, I only acknowledge the character as I wrote him. I understand that type of mind strength, even though it is harmful to the character in the sense that he's doing it, and in a way he's doing it.
I'd be careful with the rhetoric though. I mean, in Marvel, when you're talking about Marvel, I guess so, because when you come in knowing that this is no longer your character, but the idea that if you took that attitude to a manga thing, Toriyama made Goku. Goku's straight, but according to everybody else, he's gay. But Toriyama doesn't have a set. You know what I mean? It's like that. Then you get into okay, well, hold on a minute. That's my point is when it's kind of murky territory when you say I made this character and the fans say, well, yeah, but I want this character to be something else. You know what I mean? It's like I don't know how much.
I don't know what to
Well,
tell you
to
when
be
it comes
fair,
to
not fans
Shatterstar
want this character to
and
be something else. The character is bisexual, been bisexual longer than the guy who made him wrote him.
Right.
Yep.
And the only reason I give it a pass just because it's.
Keep in mind, Shatterstar was a part of the first ever kiss at same sex kiss at Marvel with Richter back in Peter David's X Factor. So I don't know what the fuck to tell you.
Yeah. No. I guess I'm just kind of sympathetic.
I see both sides for this argument specifically, but I think
well,
because he's only denying the bisexual thing, I think that's the part that's the problem. Like you don't have to deny it, just don't write him with a male partner who you're that uncomfortable with it.
Yeah. It's
I will say this. Go ahead, Jake.
It's for me it's just only because it's a Marvel character or a Marvel and DC character, like because it's, if you know anything about the history of Marvel and DC, it's like once you make any sort of writing for Marvel and DC, it's not yours anymore. So
exactly,
so I mean, like as far as Rob's concerned, it's like, you know, the company you're in, this is not your character really. I'm just
because you created it doesn't mean Jack.
But to be fair, he does acknowledge that when he said like the one I like, this is my character, but beyond that part where I write him, he is not my character. And for his version of Shatterstar, he is straight.
Yep. One thing I'll add that's a difference between Shatterstar and Deadpool, right? This is where I'm iffy about like him wanting to get more credit for Deadpool's creation, is because like, dude, you wrote Deadpool as a parody of a DC character.
Yeah.
You know, that's your biggest contribution to Deadpool's lore, you know? So like from what I understand, Rob Liefeld, you know how like when Superman, you know, when you see the title Superman, you see like below saying created by what are the two creators again? I forgot their names.
Jerry, something else. I forgot that one.
It says like, you know, their names, also with special arrangements by the Schuster family or something like that. So apparently Rob wants that with Deadpool to say like, you know, Deadpool created by you know, Rob Liefeld, you know, on opening titles now. You know,
if he wants that so badly, then every other creator who has ever created a character for Marvel or DC should have the same thing. If he wants it so badly, everyone else should have it.
Just like I said, once it's because of the type of studio Marvel is, once you make something for Marvel, it's just there, so it's just not realistic. So
exactly. And plus, again, we have to keep pointing this out. Rob Liefeld did not create the Deadpool that everybody loves. I'll give more leeway to let's see, Jerry Duggan. Damn, what's this? Damn, I'm blanking on names today, audience.
It's okay.
Joe Kelly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Who really wrote more of the wisecracker Deadpool, you know, goofiness and that stuff. Let's see, what are a part about this? What's going on? Yeah, the whole thing about not being invited to the after party for Deadpool and Wolverine.
Come on. It's just an after party. It's not. You're not gonna die.
Yeah, let's say, bro, like, come on now,
You're not gonna die.
You're mad because you can't get free drinks for like 30 minutes, bro. That's all that's happening.
Well, no, I kind of get it. It's more like I don't know if I would quit Marvel over it, but it's more like, you know, like all these, like you wouldn't have this if not for me. Like you might not have the Deadpool that's in the movie. Might not be because of Rob Liefeld, but Deadpool as the character doesn't exist without me. You can't even like invite me to a party. Like, you know, I get being like annoyed about that.
Yeah, but if Deadpool stayed the character he wanted, we wouldn't have this like at all either.
Right. Yeah. No, I'm saying like I'm not even saying that. I'm just saying like
I
just because I put
it's just weird. I think it's a weird situation. It's like the if the guy who made Bucky got mad that he couldn't be like in a Winter Soldier movie type thing. Right. And like you made Bucky, but Winter Soldier is from this other guy.
The person who made Bucky is dead, so you know. Yeah. I don't know what to tell you.
That doesn't change my point. I'm just saying if it was an example.
Yeah.
I mean, Rob Liefeld, let's also bring up the fact that they already gave you a cameo in Deadpool 1, and they always have to reference your name in the following of movies. Remember Liefeld put there in Deadpool and Wolverine?
Because he can't draw feet.
I know.
At least Jim Lee improved. Jim Lee improved with his art. Yours hasn't changed a bit.
And in Rob Liefeld's defense in that situation, which he knows what people expect of him at that point. So hey, they expect.
Yeah, I mean, don't keep improving though.
Yeah, I guess he thinks like hey, people expect terribly drawn feet of me. Okay, yeah, I'll just keep doing that. So,
yeah. I think it's I don't know about quitting. I mean, that's based off like whatever else he's dealing with. But like, I think it's reasonable. It's reasonable to be upset that like all these people with all these jobs making all this money, and you wouldn't have even made it if I hadn't come up with this idea, and you can't even invite me to a party. I think that's a reasonable thing to be annoyed about. I think that's fair. I don't really have a problem.
Yeah, he got invited to the movie premiere, just not to the after party.
No, okay. Yeah. Well, yeah. Was it for free? You got invited to a free?
He got
give him a free. Oh, okay. All right, that's fine.
I'm just confused. I'm just curious as to what he defines as I'm done with Marvel. Like what he's not going to be a consultant or something for Deadpool? Like because I find it hard to believe that like when they make a Deadpool movie, right? They're like saying, okay, we need Rob Liefeld's input on how to write Deadpool for this movie.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't really see that happening. So what do you mean by saying you're done?
Yeah, I mean he's not writing. He already. I think he's revealing why he's not writing comics anymore. Like he said, the one he said he's writing now is going to be the last one. This after party was months ago. I think this is the reason why he's done and why that's the last book is what he said.
Gotcha. Supposedly the last book, audience. So let's see him sing that same tune. Yeah, let's see him sing that same tune when Deadpool 4 comes out. That's all I'm saying. Let's see. What else? Was there anything else about? There was also another thing he was a little bit upset about. You guys remember that controversy a couple months ago about Roy Thomas, I believe? He's the guy. Yeah, he's the guy who he was the editor of Marvel that's trying to put his name in as one of the creators of Wolverine.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Apparently Rob Liefeld was upset because Roy Thomas won. He now is given co-creator status because he's claiming that he's the one who came up with the name Wolverine and also that he was from Canada. But what a lot of people are upset about is the fact that it seemed like you waited for both the writer and the artist of Wolverine to die in order to stake your claim on this. Like, okay, that's dirty pool. But just my opinion on that situation, I'll at least agree with Rob Liefeld in that department, So, yeah. So, how many more editors are going to stake claim to having co-creator status now, audience, out of this?
I don't know. I mean, it's a problem that's rooted back to like early days of Marvel when they used to have like gangsters running their department. I mean, like it's just like what you gotta understand. Once you make a character for Marvel, it's not yours. As far as Marvel's concerned, Marvel made that character, not you.
Yeah, you guys remember that story I told you about Puzzle Man that Dan Slott talked about, right? Puzzle Man was a creator was from a contest that like, hey, you could create your own superhero, and if your character wins, we'll put him in a comic. All right, yeah, one kid did win, and now he's like, oh, I'm suing you guys. Yeah, I want credit for that character's creation. And what does Marvel do? Okay, we'll say that character has a son, and we'll use him from now on. Like, wow. Wow. Wow.
Audience, I highly recommend you fact check me because I'm forgetting the major details of this. I remember I was watching this documentary and I like vaguely remember one thing like Marvel used to do because again, Marvel used to be just run by like actual like fucking thugs. And they wanted the because they wanted the writers and the artists to sign this like really shitty deal. But the writers like they would just wouldn't do it because like they have the choice to do it. And so what they did was when they gave them paychecks, the deal would be on the back, and if they wanted to cash in the check, they had to sign it. But signing the check is like signing the deal. So that's how they got away with it. I was like, oh, that's shitty.
Oh my god.
so yeah, these people were never your friend, bro. So.
Yeah, this is why Image Comics was formed in the first place. Audience is a bunch of artists mainly that just want the right characters where they'll be the owners of those characters. Hey, again, if you write for Marvel, Disney, you gotta know what you're signing up for, So, yeah. So, all right then. You guys have any final thoughts on this before we move on?
Rob Liefeld's an asshole, just like John Byrne.
Mm-hmm. Yep, but he has money in his pockets, so there you go.
Most don't.
Mm-hmm. Gotcha. But all right then, let's move on to the next topic, audience. Oh, the Thunderbolts the next Thunderbolts trailer came out.
The best trailer Marvel's done, and it's since Guardians, I guess.
Gotcha. I had to do some soul searching on this. I had to do some soul searching on this audience for the past couple of days after seeing the trailer.
My headcanon is that you watched the trailer, you turned off your computer, went outside, traveled America.
Yeah. I'm thinking of like it started raining when I did the Donkey Kong meme.
I looked at that trailer. I saw what they did with John's shield, and I'm like, now I made the decision, audience.
Well, to be fair, that guarantees he's going to get a new and probably better shield after this.
At that point, the damage is done, man. Everybody.
I want to give context to what
he was the one with his shield, and he got a better shield.
I want you guys to give context to what Cryptid's talking about. Because if you watch the trailer, John in every scene he in is shown as just as competent as everyone around him. If the team is down, he's down with them. If the team is up, he's up with them. But that shield broke, and Cryptid said, "Nah, I can't do it."
That's where he draws the line. That's where he draws the line.
That shield didn't break. It folded, man.
It bent from the Sentry.
Right? Who else is? It's not vibranium, bro. Like I don't know what you want. It's not even.
Even if it was, we saw Thanos break a cap shield. This is the Sentry.
The problem is,
it's not even the Sentry. It's the Void.
Look, the problem is with Thanos, like that was a badass scene, right? It should be a big moment when Captain America's shield breaks. The situation with John is now everybody's giving him this negative perception. They're like, "Yo, he has a crappy shield," because apparently some people who never lifted a hand tool in their life or bent metal all of a sudden were shield experts and said, "Haha, look at John Walker. He made a crappy dime store shield." Yeah. Let me see you work with a blowtorch, audience. Yeah.
It doesn't matter. The shield was compared to a Captain America shield. No homemade shield was going to compare to that.
Cryptid, we keep having this discussion. You keep worrying about how fans see John, but the movie is doing something great with his character. Like he is the underdog Captain America. Like he is. You
guys see hope. All I see is like they've been stacking the deck against John throughout.
But it's consistent with. Hang on, it's consistent with.
That's the whole point of this film, though. Everyone has to stuff stacked against him. That's why the poster I sent you says everyone deserves a second shot.
Right. He has been this way since Falcon and Winter Soldier, where it's like he comes into this world he's not ready for and gets humbled miserably, and now he's climbing his way back up. That's like the whole point of his arc. That's what this is. If he came in and he was like Steve Rogers off rip, it'll be like, oh, that's kind of like, oh yeah.
One thing that could have like lightened me up and said, okay, maybe I see some hope in them trying to do some justice for John. Is like, you remember that scene in the trailer where you see that car coming in and Bucky's the one who blocks it with his vibranium arm? All right?
Yeah.
Maybe if you did a scene like that for John, okay, I could say, okay, there is some hope. But now
he might have a scene like that. You got to watch the movie to find out.
This is the point I'm getting at, right? I've made a decision. I'm not watching this movie. I've seen the writing on the wall. Like this is the feeling I had like when I knew Abomination was going to be She-Hulk, or when I heard about what Jackson Lansing and Colin Kelly were going to do to Captain America in the comics, and I'm like, I'm not going to stick around with this. I know where this is going. But
the Abomination thing, the Abomination thing is different. You looked at a change in a character. John is consistent with who he was in the last show. Like nothing has changed. He's literally just pulling himself back up.
They're just going to further emphasize him. Like, look, he has a crappy Captain America shield. Like,
they're doing that with everyone. Everyone's shitty in this trailer. That was the point of the trailer. You didn't hear the point where Yelena was like,
I don't see your flaws. I just see something.
You didn't hear the part where Yelena's like, we're not heroes. We're not the Avengers. We're all shit. Like that's literally what she says.
Why didn't you give John the adamantium shield? Other than just to make
he might get it. He just doesn't have it now.
Adamantium just being made in the Captain America film coming out.
Yeah, and this is supposed to be after Captain America.
And he's fighting the Sentry.
Yeah, but he's fighting the Sentry. Even yet, adamantium, Sentry's going to fold that.
You acting like the Sentry's is some dog off the street. It's the Sentry. It's Superman. He's fighting Superman. Like, what are we talking about? The dude's tagline is, "I have the power of 1,000,000 suns." You think an adamantium shield is
turning people to shadow? You're mad that he bit a shield.
If there was ever a moment John needed an MVP moment with his adamantium shield, it would have been this. But
he might have an MVP.
He can still get a good moment with the shield before Sentry bends it.
Right. It's like you're mad about this.
I'm not watching this movie. I just see nothing but John just being further disrespected as a character.
You're way too worried about how people see John and not John the character, because this is a great thing for his character.
I'm not watching this. You guys can tell me how it was. You guys
I'm not watching it, man. What you're asking for is him to be just like Sam right now, and then you just wouldn't be interesting. He can't be like Sam. He can't be like Steve. This is the only way.
Every first soldier, anyone pick up a shield, just automatically auto-expected and one of the greatest characters of all time. That's kind of lame. That's kind of boring.
The whole point
to stand up as a character to put him like in the same league as Steve.
That's what they're doing. That's what the build-up is. He hasn't done it. He hasn't had the chance yet.
I think there's going to be hope for this character that this character is going to be done well. Okay.
There is literally a.
The whole point of him and Falcon Winter Soldier is that he stood up and it was too early. So he ended up getting put down. And this movie is about giving those characters who were put down a second chance so they can rise up. So in the final fight, he will get his big moment. He will get a great moment.
There's a literal shot. There's a little shot of the Thunderbolts working together, and it's during a hopeful scene. Like they're showing you these is the characters rising up. It's just a Guardians of the Galaxy type thing. I don't know. You're so focused on him just bending his shield.
I'm not watching this, man.
I couldn't imagine. I couldn't imagine.
I'm not going to try. I'm not going to get.
Bro, watching the Avengers 2 trailer, you see Captain America's shield broken. Like, I can't watch this. This is disgrace.
Yeah, because I know they want to do Captain America justice. I know studios and writers all want to do John Walker dirty. That's the thing.
But they're doing the whole team the exact same. It's the point of the trailer. It's like
you liked how he was done with Falcon Winter Soldier. You didn't think he was done there. You just didn't like how fans responded to it. Even you this don't like how fans will respond to it. The writers not terrible to the character.
I want to see him done justice, and I'm not seeing any signs of him being done
justice. That's the point of the trailer, though. That's literally the build up to it.
I'm not watching this.
This is just so ridiculous. This is so ridiculous, bro.
I'm throwing in the towel. No.
That's fine. So I don't care anymore. That's fine.
That's ridiculous. Yeah. Anyway, all that said, I thought the trailer was okay. I don't see the appeal of the trailer. I really don't. Like, I get what it's about. I just don't. I don't see it.
I thought.
No,
I'm just interested how they don't bullshit the victory.
Right.
It has to be.
The boy was turning people into shadows. He punched Red Guardian like 30 feet from the building. And he just straight up, no Wakanda disarming thing. Just ripped the vibranium apart out Bucky's arm. You realize that,
by the way, yeah, he did. Yeah, he ripped off Bucky's arm, and then you're mad about the shield. But okay, it's a vibranium arm.
Vibranium arm rubbed their brace.
He disconnected the arm. He didn't break the arm. Like, it would be one thing if he like.
He didn't disconnect it. The Wakanda people pressed the button to disconnect it. He ripped it out. That's not the same thing.
Yeah, from the hinges, but that arm is still intact.
As far as we know.
But he can't put it back on.
Yeah, we saw him put it back on. We saw him put him back on afterwards.
You know what? Maybe it would have been better if Sentry just broke John Walker's arm. That way he could have still had the shield. That would have fixed the problem right there. There you go. But
yeah, like I said, the fact that he's still wearing the bent shield means he still plans to use it to fight. So like I'm sure he's still gonna get a
which honestly is cooler for his character. It's like, man, I don't care if I have a broken shield. I'm still gonna fight Sentry, bro. I'm still standing up to the problem. I don't see how this is a problem for you. This is awesome. It's the same energy as when Cap broke his shield and he said, you know what, I'm fighting the armies of Thanos by myself. Like, fuck it, I don't care. That's like the same energy. It's the same story. But,
I would rather fight the army of Thanos than the goddamn void.
At least I can take something. It's like everything's on fire around him and he's like, this is fine. This is John Walker. And he has to keep fighting something.
Right, but yeah, like I said, the reason I don't see the appeal of the trailer is just like a couple things. Like, I don't know. It just seems kind of like maybe just because it seems generic to me. Like, you say the trailer is the best one. It has its own flavor. I'll give it that. But I still don't like Red Guardian. I still think they missed the point of Red Guardian. You want to talk about a character they missed the point of? I think they missed the point of Red Guardian from Black Widow. Going back to it.
With Red Guardian in this movie, it seems like you're either going to laugh at Red Guardian or tell him, or going to want to tell him to shut up in this.
That's what it feels like. Yeah.
I'm no fine with that, to be honest, because it seems like the whole thing that everyone's been at this down pump, so I feel like he really just is reaching out and trying to cope with whatever he's going through. It's just like, yes, this is something to do. That's what it feels like. So I'm kind of okay with it.
I suppose
based on this, he's just been fucking around being a limo driver such as Black Widow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I get like the first sense of excitement he's got, that he's fully enjoying it compared to everyone else.
Yeah, I know. It feels like
it feels like he's the only person that wants to be here, if that makes sense.
Yeah, no, and I know that's the point. I just feel like he's literally only there for that. He's supposed to be the heart of the team. And like I said, all the things that motivate him in Black Widow is there, but I think the nuance of his character, at least as far as the trailer is concerned, as far as I'm aware, maybe in the actual movie he'll be written like he was in Black Widow, but based off the trailer, he just seems like it's way too much for me. There's just a subtlety about him that's just not there anymore. But in terms of the rest of the team, the rest of the trailer, like I said, I didn't really get a good vibe for all the team members because they were all just kind of lumped together in the whole.
Taskmaster definitely died in the first scene, by the way.
Yes. That's one point I wanted to add. This trailer pretty much confirms.
It gives you the full. It don't spoil how they do the plot, but you get the sense of what's the first, second, and third act, and see it's only in the first part.
Yep. I feel like at that.
So that's a W. I'll give the movie extra star for that.
Yeah, I feel like at this point people are unanimous in saying, like, you know, Taskmaster is really the modern day Mandarin situation where they put so much stock in that quote unquote twist that is almost universally hated. So now they're going to be like, okay, it's easier to just do away the character and say that there's an actual real Taskmaster out there. So I think that's what's going to end up happening. So
yeah. And I'm not giving any bullshit. I think the one thing that did stand out to me was John Walker. I like the little scene where he's with his baby, but he can't focus on anything but like what happened to him. And like I really do feel for this guy. Like he literally was given a shitty end. And like if you rewatch like Falcon and Winter Soldier,
I like him being the straight man to the jokes as well.
Yeah,
and in the cars and stuff. I really enjoyed that moment in the car with the Red Guardian.
And reviewing him in Falcon and Winter Soldier, like this dude had like such a tragic fall. Like from the first scene he's with Falcon and Bucky, like he's genuinely trying to be friends with them. It is like kind of disappointing.
He's saying the wrong thing. It's like, man, I really want to help out. Me and you can do great together. I would love to have Captain America's sidekick with me, and then Bucky and Sam got offended.
I also like that they did talk about how he was a hero too. Like Bucky's like, have you ever jumped on a grenade before? And he's like, actually 4, yeah. So I do like that line. But yeah,
he
I think like
soldier. He was just a decent man though.
Yeah, he just wasn't a great man. So I do like him again, separating him from Sam. Sam has the traits to be a Captain America in his own right, and he's still defining that as of like the movie coming up. But as far as John's concerned, John's defining Captain America in his own way. He is the underdog tale of Captain America, where Sam is like morally he's already Captain America. So I did like how they differentiate those two. And I am excited. I am excited to see where his character goes. In terms of the other ones, though, I'm not really that interested. Like again, I don't really care for Red Guardian. I think he's gonna die in this movie at the very end. Maybe not. But
I hope so. They want to keep him for
gags. He's the lone survivor. That would be funny.
That would be fucking hilarious.
No, but them killing Bucky will turn the whole fan base against. They're like, they'll never survive that happen.
Yeah. Oh yeah, no, I would personally be pissed off because he's the reason why I got into comics. So
I hope Bucky actually does have a moment with John, because I remember at the end of Falcon and Winter Soldier they did reconcile, and I do hope Bucky does come at John like, listen, I was kind of hard on you when we first met.
I was already invited John here.
Yeah, like I was kind of hard on you. Like I kind of want to make it. That's the only dynamic I'm really interested in. I really don't care about Yelena. Like, and this movie can make me care, but like after Hawkeye, it's like, damn. Yeah,
the Hawkeye scene with her and in the house really will like fuck this bitch for me.
Yeah, and Ghost I just haven't seen in years, so I mean you just kind of.
I enjoyed Ghost's character in
finally not to be back.
I enjoyed her character Ant-Man. It's just I'm to see how her dynamic is here, because we know based on the first interview that she was supposed to have a dynamic with Taskmaster, but as we can see, Taskmaster clearly died early. So I'm interested to see how Taskmaster's death is impacting her, and then what's her main like connection after that, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Which you said you saw the trailer as well. What did you think about it?
I mean, I liked it. I'm excited.
That's my witch.
I think like Bucky is going to take up a more quote unquote leadership position in this team, so I'm interested in seeing how that happens. Yeah, and if they kill off Bucky, I will be really pissed off.
They're not going on to that
witch. I'm glad you brought that up, because that fixed a lot of issues I had. The first trailer made it seem like it was Valentina, whatever her name is, Fontaine. I don't know the chick's name. It made it seem like it was her team, and that's why another reason I didn't like it. But it being Bucky chasing them down himself to make his team, I think fits it better. Because like I was saying, Yelena going back to work for this lady after not working for her for years, and then she lied to her and tried to get her murder Hawkeye. I'm like, this bitch is clearly like not the person to team up with, regardless of the situation.
I think my only thing is like, and Bucky has grown a lot. Leader, I'm not sure, and I guess this movie's gonna pitch it to us, but like,
that's why I said.
Well, to be fair, I feel like that guy the Winter Soldier can lead like a kill squad. Is basically what it is.
Yeah, I think my thing is like, I think this is why I never understand why people say Bucky should have been Captain America in the MCU, because like I don't think people remember like this dude is just not like mentally there. I mean, he's just gotten back to a mentally stable place, and it has been some years. But it's like,
to be fair, that wasn't for Bucky. It was because people like, Captain America's trilogy all revolved around Bucky in one way or another.
Right, but
so it was like the Bucky felt more like a big move for Steve.
I know, but
it's also just at the time, like between Bucky and Sam, the audience got more lean towards Bucky because we got to see his story develop.
I know, but if you honestly paid attention to Bucky from like 2 onward, he is in no position to be Captain America. Like he's just like not the mentally there to be Captain America. Compared to Sam, who they say is early as his first introduction, I'm just Captain America.
You're a good man. You're a good man, Sam.
Right. Okay. Yeah. They say it as early as 2 that he's the next Captain America. So it's just
and the first one he come in, like Steve tells you, you're a good man. And what's the whole thing about Steve being Captain America?
Yeah. So like but as far as Bucky being the leader of this team, like I said, they could pitch it to me. Maybe it's been some years. He's grown since Falcon and Winter Soldier, but I just don't see him as a leader yet. So we'll have to see. So
All right. Is there any explanation? Do they give a more lenient explanation of the asterisk thing?
Oh, it's because the team doesn't like the name Thunderbolts. That's a joke. That's why it has an asterisk on it. So.
They did say it was going to be. It's weird because at first they said it was going to be explained when the movie comes out or after the movie comes out, but it does seem like it's leaning towards that. Some people think that for some reason this is in the same universe.
That's weird.
And I was like, I don't know how you get that one.
They went as far as to make the asterisk the poster of this movie.
Yeah, we had 2 posters, and the asterisk was one.
What do you think that
poster for this movie where it looked like a cereal box, and I think that was intentional.
Yeah. It said the trailer. He says we're going to be the heroes, like on a box of Wheaties.
What do you think that rope is made out of? Because those are 2 super soldiers.
It's not rope.
That's steel.
No. On John is rope. On Red Guard is steel. No, Red Guard is if you zoom in like a rope a little bit too. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Well, to be fair, I don't know. We'll see.
Sure.
Wait. There was one other thing I wanted to bring up. So, like Witch said earlier, like everyone's kind of saying, Red Guardian, I get why you're like apprehensive towards it, Jake. But I was actually enjoying some of the dialogue a bit more here than like Black Widow, if I remember correctly. But you've already seen Black Widow in a minute. So maybe I'm just remembering it wrong.
Do you just watch just only watch the Red Guardian scenes if you just want to know what I was talking about? But that's it.
But other than that, I'm still worried about Sentry. Marvel had a habit of killing their villains every film, and we're still kind of doing it in a sense. Like High Evolutionary immediately died, stuff like that. I don't think you should kill Sentry, but I also don't know how you keep him around.
They should have just used Graviton. I would have been better.
I'd rather Graviton like that.
I know it wouldn't be feasible. But instead of Sentry, they could have done Hyperion or the Squadron Supremes, but if you wanted a full team.
I always thought they were going to say the Squadron Supreme for Secret Wars. If you like, they're like the Dark Avengers. It's just them, the fake Justice League.
Which at that point, this team will be dead because you're expecting this team to go up against basically the Justice League because that's what the Squadron Supreme are.
They're going up against Sentry.
I know.
So they have to beat him in a way that's realistic, but also I don't know. I guess you'll have to talk him down and just shoot him when he's a regular person, like his regular person mode.
So he has so there's a Sentry in the Void. I'm assuming the shadow powers are the Void, and then he's a Sentry. But Sentry, I guess we're changing the rules because if he's Sentry, he can't be a bad person. Void is like when he does something good. So
what?
Isn't it like every Sentry is like
Sentry for every good thing Sentry does, the Void does something bad. That's basically like how people write it.
That's what I'm saying.
The Void is like the full evil side of all that stuff.
That's what I'm saying, but we saw a Sentry. Like we saw a Sentry knock this dude out the window. So
I think that was the Void. If you go by the voice, it's the Void. When he's the Void, he has an amplifier thing on his voice. When he'll talk about it, seeing like he said you think you're supposed to be saviors when you knock Red Guard through the window.
No. Okay.
Or Bucky's arm out. I think that was still him as the Void.
Doesn't the Void look different though? Doesn't the Void doesn't he transform, or am I just crazy?
He usually does, but on this trail, all they did was black him out, so it's hard to tell if he's actually going to look different when the movie comes out.
Well,
or maybe they're going to say like the full transformation of the red and black centipede looking thing till like the end of the movie.
Yeah. The only thing I could think of is that if the Void has to do something equally bad, they'd like trick him into doing something bad. And then he just turns back into bad, but not.
I don't think they're gonna like focus on that thing. I think it's gonna be like they're gonna appeal to Robert's good side, and essentially going to sacrifice himself for you or something.
Robert, everyone deserves a second chance, including you. You can be a good man.
Either that, or they're gonna have to bring it to Thor or Hulk, and we're gonna get like the World Breaker scene where they just punch each other out.
Either that,
World Hulk scene.
Either that or they knock on Doctor Strange's door and they're like, "Hey, can you like help us?" Because like,
no, that's what I was thinking of. It's based on it. They said the Avengers aren't coming. Look, bitch, I'm gonna tell you now. If a whole city goes dark and there's like a Superman guy flying around, someone's coming. Okay, there is no situation where the Avengers don't come. You're not convincing me that every superhero other than these people are available right now. They're not gonna work.
We got Hulk, we have Shang-Chi, Captain Marvel's in space
Hulk, a lot. Well, the Hulk might be back in space. Who knows how he's raising his kid.
Oh, yeah. Captain Marvel, is she in? I think she's in space. I think
she's in space, but like we can call her. We have the technology.
We can, but it takes her a minute, I guess.
Where's that scroll lady that's basically God at this point?
Well, she's being hunted by the government. She's being hunted out of canon. That's what she's being
Well, they're like, you can't convince me this is the best we got.
Who do we have? I mean, Shang-Chi.
I'm not trusting Shang-Chi.
I mean, you can get Strange in the Magic Order. That's like the best you can get on speed dial. That's the best you can get on speed dial.
When they got in New York right now, we have Shang-Chi in them. Well, technically, nearby, closer, we have a Hulk.
Spider-Man.
Bro, I'm not saying the Spider-Man fight Sentry. Okay? I'm not trying to kill the kid.
But he would show up. But he would show up realistically.
We still have War Machine, at least as a distraction.
Yeah. What? No. War Machine's off the table. If he's still doing with PTSD from being gone for years, he's probably not.
I don't give a go fight that guy.
What's Thor doing nowadays anyway?
He's retired, but he's on Earth.
Oh, he is? Oh, I thought he was on another planet.
I believe at the end of the movie, he's on Earth with his daughter, just on some beach.
Oh, okay. They're like monsters and shit. I thought that was like another planet. But
I thought the monsters landed on the planet to kill him.
Oh.
Other than that, I guess like I said, Gia and Captain Marvel's our best bet.
Oh,
but the boy turning men into shadows is like, what do you do at that point?
Actually, we have She-Hulk. I forgot.
Bro, I'm not trusting She-Hulk. Is she gonna have sex with him? That might come down. That might work.
We have She-Hulk. We have Shang-Chi. We have Doctor Strange, and these are people who could immediately show up. We do have Spider-Man. We may have War Machine. I don't know what he's doing.
We have Daredevil. Wow, it's in the blind man.
Oh yeah, we have Daredevil. We have a new Avengers. We have Kamala Khan.
They really should put Bulls on the team. I just thought about that, bro. Get that man a cure or something. He'll definitely hit Century with it.
Yeah, we have Kamala Khan, who might be able to call Miss Marvel and get her here quicker.
We technically have any scroll if they want to actually do something. They might not be able to use certain powers, but they can definitely grow their hand big or something. I don't know.
Yeah, they can do that. And then we have the Thunderbolts. So we have the entire Magic Order at our disposal too, and they could put a protection spell, and that could shield them from the shadow stuff.
They could hit up Wong because he's still the Sorcerer Supreme in the MCU.
He needs.
I'll be honest with you. I'm not trusting Wong. Okay.
He's been kind of
Jake, I know who can beat Century, and you're gonna have to hear me out on this, okay?
Okay.
So it's Madison with 2 N's, 1 Y.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you're dragging it. You're dragging it with. It's over. You ruined the moment.
we send her and she just wins. We send her and she just wins.
All right. So anyway, guys, any final thoughts on this before we move on?
No.
We need better heroes.
This is all we got. That's what they literally said. They say in the trailer, this is all you got.
We have Star-Lord. We got the legendary Star-Lord on Earth. I forgot. I remember.
I mean, he's
the son of Ego.
Well, he doesn't have those powers anymore. He has to come.
Hey, they can say he randomly got it back. Scripted. How do you think they're going to bring Sentry back in comics? Because they love to do that dumb shit. The synergize. After they, killed him off and gave his power to 5 different people, and they all died or something, and then one person had him.
You basically give a Captain Planet moment where you have those 5 remaining people like, by the power is yours, Sentry.
By your power, goodbye. I am the Sentry.
So I'm assuming Valentina made Sentry as like a new Avenger because Sure Thing is like, we don't have the Avengers, damn it. And so to test it out, she's like killing some loose ends, and that's what the Thunderbolts were. They were like a team that she could kill off with Sentry and test them out. That's what I'm assuming. So there you go. We'll see how this goes.
All right then. All right. I guess with that, audience, we can move on to the next one. All right. Who wants to do this one?
Why did the picture?
I don't know.
Okay, you bring up
looking kind of bushes.
Okay, you pop up a picture next time, Austin.
Yeah.
All right.
I will.
Yeah.
I won't lie. I assumed you were going to use the picture of the mutant dinosaur, but okay.
Wait, was that a mutated dinosaur? I couldn't
Yeah, the
tell.
whole most of the dinosaurs on this island in the thing are dinosaurs that weren't fully done. So they
Okay.
didn't fully look like dinosaurs. They're all mutated, like the Resident Evil.
Okay. Yeah, I guess I just didn't really pay attention to that. I mean, like most of the dinosaurs.
They're calling it the D-Rex right now.
The D-Rex. Okay. I wanted to talk about this trailer because, like, I was actually kind of a little bit relieved because I've been hearing, I was hearing rumors that the plot of next Jurassic Park film, because, like, now that cloning is available in Jurassic Park, by which I mean they could clone humans.
Don't worry, we're never going to talk about that again.
Yeah, I thought that the next plot, according to rumors, were that we're going to have human dinosaur hybrids, and I'm like.
To be fair, that's just a problem happening.
I'm like, where do we go from this at this point? Like, what are we doing anymore? Like, what?
Listen.
I'm just saying,
Don't you like Reptile from Super? What is
Superhero Squad? Come on, Superhero Squad.
I'm just saying, Cryptid. If that was true, Sauron would be so happy right now.
I guess, or maybe that one girl who has a fetish for dinosaur people from Spider Boy. Yeah. Yep. They're not going to go with that plot line, so they're going to go with the whole mutated dinosaurs here, audience. So
I'm fine with it because it was a question I always had, but it had to be some failed experiments. That's what we're dealing with now. Because I never liked the idea that he just do first like attempts were just like all died, or he just immediately like made a dinosaur. But that was insane.
Not. I mean, I would think they would want to get rid of the failed experiments, like put them in an acid bath or something.
No, because
to be fair, they were going to, but when the first island went haywire, remember they had to abandon the other island. I think this is the same one. I believe this is the same island from 3.
Oh, okay.
Also, I wouldn't get rid of them because if they have their own ecosystem, you can make it work. I would
try
to see what
they left them in the lab. The problem was like when all the stuff went down the first island, all went down the second island. Everyone was getting attacked. They didn't have time to like get rid of anything and do anything like that.
Okay. With the series called Jurassic World, I think I'm okay with this. Like, because I think my problem with Jurassic Park is that it tries to do the same thing, like thematically speaking, over and over again. I think what Jurassic World, if you want to really keep Jurassic World alive, don't even focus on like it just being like Jurassic Park. Focus on it being like it's a universe where we have adventures and there's dinosaurs included. You know what I mean? Like that's kind of like how the early MCU did it when it was like these are like it's a superhero story, but it's also like a spy thriller type thing. Which is why I like this trailer for being like a Uncharted Lara Croft thing.
You say that, but this trailer like the most like Jurassic Park thing we had since Jurassic Park.
Well, yeah, but I'm saying like that's what I want. Like I want more. I want something like different. I want something like we have like Jurassic Park. What's something some shit? We have. I'm on the fly here. We have Jurassic Park, but it's like a heist movie. Like we're breaking into like the Pentagon or something. There's like dinosaurs or some shit. Like I don't know. To be crazy with it. I don't know. Yeah, like that. So
I don't know. You say you like the trailer, but the trailer just.
Oh no! I like the Park stuff. No. I like the trailer for like the whole like Uncharted vibe it kind of gives me. But I'm saying like that's what I think it would be better if like we move like even further away from that. That's what I guess I'm getting at. But I did like that aspect of it. That I did kind of.
I have a problem with we're all Jurassic World, but we're going back to the site of Jurassic Park.
Yeah. Well, it's just going back to basics at that point.
No, I get it, but like the world's not involved.
Yeah, the point where you had the last movie had to make dinosaurs part of the planet's ecosystem. Like, okay,
and then the jack shit with it.
Yeah, this is funny enough. The dinosaurs weren't even the main problem in that last Jurassic Park film. It was like, the bugs.
Yeah, it was fucking locusts.
I was like, okay, where do you go from there? Like, I think I think
realistically, like I said, I would have did what Jake did, where it's like, I would have had a movie set like in the Amazon or something, and I would have to deal with dinosaurs dealing with like these situations, stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Like new settings now, but dinosaurs are around because they're just a casual thing now.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but just like I said, I would make them like I would do like old school Predator type stuff where it's like it's a movie, and then like you just have to accept that dinosaurs are here too, and then we just make the plot around that. So it's not so much as like the focus isn't on the fact that dinosaurs are here; it's the fact that dinosaurs exist as attached to this movie. I think that's how you expand Jurassic Park as like a franchise to Jurassic World. So, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Like we do a James Bond movie, but he also has to fight dinosaurs. I think it'll be funny. It'll be like
gotcha. You know. So. All right. Jurassic World Rebirth audience. I may or may not go see this movie, depending on what's going on that week. You know,
believe yourself.
I think I'll watch every other Jurassic Park movie. I think I skip one. I think I skip one and watch the next one.
Yeah, you know, just when they brought
seen everyone, I think.
Same here. Yeah.
But Jake, that's why I brought up Jurassic World 3, because based on what they said, Jurassic World 3 was Jurassic Park 3 was the research island, and that's where they're going back to now. And that's why they're saying like the Spinosaurus is going to return and stuff like that. Because but the plot of that movie, I don't know if you just said you skipped that one or not. But basically a rich family's kid got lost on the island, so they tricked the dude from the first movie to come there to save him. So it was a rescue plot with this kid. And that's why I'm saying this is more like, and then it just happened to be like the research island with special dinosaurs stuff. That was just kind of a regular Jurassic Park story.
Okay, no, I didn't watch that one. I didn't watch that one at all.
And you know what was tragic about that, Austin? Turns out that wasn't even a rich family.
I forgot. It was the whole lie getting the guy there. It was so bad.
Wait, hang on. What Jurassic Park was this?
I believe this is Lost World.
Yeah. What's that? The second one or the third one?
There's Jurassic Park Lost World. I think it's the one with Ian Flynn. No, not Ian Flynn. Yeah. No, Ian Mouth. What are they saying? Something.
Mm-hmm.
The Grandmaster is the story. Is the second. Okay. And then it goes back to the original guy for 3.
I saw the beginning of that one. I don't think I ever finished it. I don't know why.
That's the one that they bring the T-Rex to the land.
Yeah, he had the black teenage daughter or something, right? Like,
he did. She was a ballerina. So.
Yeah. All right. Well, the Jurassic Park's tried it. I don't know, but whatever.
Gotcha. Yeah, I just felt like when they brought Jurassic Park back, it only had a good enough premise for one movie. That was the one, Jurassic World, you know, where they had the Indominus Rex. Like, oh, okay, that was clever. But then
I liked it. I feel like that movie should have ended up with the dinosaurs in the world, and then the one after that should have been like the final to that. Yeah. Where it's like,
let me ask
they're here now. How did the world adjust to this huge change? Even the third movie didn't like really address that.
Tony Lawley, it says, enough of these movies.
Yeah,
enough of you. How about
that?
Please, Hollywood, stop making these. I will ask you this, Austin, because like I said, I watch every other one of these. Did that one follow any tropes of the first movie though? Would you say?
The third kinda did the raptor thing again. Could they love the raptors and this stuff? They brought back the T-Rex, but gave him a husband because Rexy a husband.
Yeah. They gave us a chase scene with a car and a T-Rex.
Yeah, chasing in the car and died T-Rex again.
See, that's what I'm saying. I think like even if the plot's different, it has to stop following the tropes. But I think that would also help as well. I think once you get rid of the tropes. This, Jake. What's up?
That movie has the most. No, that movie has the second most undeserved death after that girl from Jurassic World who just got jumped by the dinosaur for no reason. The assistant lady. There's a dude, and he was doing his goddamn best to save everyone he could at that moment. He that scene went on for like 15 minutes of him saving people, all him to get ripped apart by both dinosaurs, both T-Rexes. It was, bro. I was heated watching that the first time.
T-Rex got a husband. Oh, we're cooked.
You shouldn't have given T-Rex a husband.
Yeah.
Remember this, remember this, audience. Like we had an Avengers Caveman edition, and Starbrand of that universe of that time period did have a husband. So yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm not saying, like, I guess that's the further evolve the point. It's like, it's not even just making the movies like stuff with dinosaurs. Like, it can't feel like the last one. I think that's what really holds Jurassic Park. That's why, like, to me, a Jurassic Park movie is like, you have a kid, you have like the family dynamic, and they're looking for the kid because the kid gets stranded on the island, and then like fucking T-Rex shows up. They gotta fight the T-Rex at the end, and then the Raptors come in, and they also gotta outsmart the Raptors. Like, that's every Jurassic Park movie I see.
did that, but with the Spinosaurus.
Right. I was saying,
but it had a better scenery. There's like a whole waterfall fight like situation. It was real cool.
Yeah, but I'm saying, like, every Jurassic Park movie I've seen follows that trope. Like, at the end, it's always gotta be like a fucking T-Rex fight or something. It has to follow like check marks. I'm saying, like,
I agree. The 3 did the same thing. I'm not denying.
Yeah, so what I'm saying is, like, I think for Jurassic Park to move forward, it has to do like what I was saying. Like I said, just make a plot that has dinosaurs in it by happenstance, but also ignore the tropes of like Jurassic Park.
I think that's hard to do. Yeah. I think it's hard to like just do a regular plot and there's a dinosaur.
But listen, if you want to make this franchise last longer, okay, you gotta try. Like, you gotta get a top tolerant. Like, imagine like you're watching a Spider-Man movie and he's swinging through the city, and then a fucking T-Rex comes in like, I
feel like if you do that too well, people are gonna forget it's a dinosaur film. They'll be like, what the fuck?
I mean, like, no, you treat it like as if, like, you know, like, we have like dogs that move, we have like animals that exist in movies. We don't have to talk about it. They just exist.
Man, what a pet dinosaur.
Yeah, no, you can do a movie about that. You can do a My Pet Dinosaur. That could be a plot. I mean, like, no,
whatever we call, he wants an Iron Giant with dinosaurs, bro.
Yeah, you can too. I think my thing is, like, treat it like, because you watch, like, we watch a million movies, but like, we don't need to be told like a tiger exists in a movie. When a tiger shows up, you just understand that it's there. I think with Jurassic Park, like, yeah, make sure that the dinosaurs are like noticeable, but like, they don't have to be the attention of, like, you know, until they're relevant. You know what I mean? Like,
I think they should cut their thing and just do Dino Crisis like they really want.
Yeah, well, yeah. But see, I wanted to say that was the first thing I wanted to say, but I was like, damn, I'm really hoping Capcom does it first. Like, I just would rather Capcom have that done. Because if Jurassic Park does Dino Crisis first, I'd be so heated. I'd be like, you missed the chance.
Dino Crisis is Resident Evil, but dinosaurs.
How do we have 16 Resident Evil movies, but not a fucking Dino Crisis movie, bro? Like, I hate this company. I hate Capcom, bro. Like,
but yeah. All right then, guys. Any final thoughts on this before we move on?
If they want to rip off anything for Dino Crisis, I need them to do the scene where the T-Rex is chasing the speedboat, but the T-Rex is in water and he's moving really fast. So it implies that he's kicking his feet like really funny under the water. It's one of my favorite scenes. So they don't show you his feet, but you know he's like struggling to keep on that speed.
So, all right, then. I guess with that, audience, let's move on to the next topic. Austin, you want to do this one?
Big Dragon.
I put this here because I brought this up randomly when we were doing I think we did the Secret Levels review and we just did like chapters, like episodes we liked or something. But I brought up how video games should get more movies, and it's weird that like a lot of ones didn't. This is one of the ones I said, Magic the Gathering, where you have all these different universes and all the other crazy stuff in this game. Why didn't it get a movie? Like Dungeons & Dragons just got a movie. I rewatched it. I really liked it on a rewatch. I think me and Jake and Tony tried to watch it, and we didn't like it that much.
Okay. Here's the I didn't understand Dungeons. Also, I didn't understand Dungeons and Dragons, so I couldn't get into it. I think like now that I know how Dungeons and Dragons is played, I'd be like, oh yeah, no, I get it now. This is cool for me. I think that's different.
When I rewatched it and paid attention and realized it was just a quest movie, I got more into it. But I felt like, especially with that Magic the Gathering had to happen, and now we do. But the thing is, so people know Magic Gathering is it's the original card game, the first one ever exists.
And it's what I would say the first ever, the first trading card game specifically that ever existed.
Yeah, poker's like right there, bro.
Yeah, poker. Regular cards have been here way longer than Magic the Gathering. And you play as what they call a planeswalker. That basically means you're a sorcerer who can travel dimensions. And you can summon stuff, whether it's spells, people, monsters. And that's who you play during the game, like as you put cards down. So I'm interested to see how that concept travels over to the game. Because either your person is going to be OP as shit from the start, or it's going to be like Dungeons & Dragons, where it's a quest and he's getting this OP magic everywhere as he goes. But I kind of hope they just like pick a character, like pick a deck, and then be like, that's your character moveset. And he's building this deck. And that's how they do every character in the movie. That makes sense.
Yeah.
But the interesting about Magic the Gathering, though, they have crossover decks. Like Fallout has a deck, Marvel's getting a deck.
There was a Miku deck.
Yeah, Hatsune Miku has a deck. So it's like the crossover potential, or at least Easter egg potential for this movie is going to be insane. If done correctly. Okay. Warhammer has a crossover. Like the universes your character can go to or can do are pretty much endless with how long Magic's been around and how many concepts they have. So, along this movie is very creative, I think it'll do well. But if it ain't, you gotta at least be better than Dungeons & Dragons the whole ass.
Made this far, might as well make a decent film out of it, you know?
Yeah. I'm very interested to see how they write it, because there's no real story to Magic the Gathering. Like, the worlds themselves have stories, but it's not like written out lore like Warhammer or Yu-Gi-Oh! Or some with their cards.
Do you think they'll stop studios from making the movie anyway?
No, but I fear when they don't have that, they make it more generic than it should be.
Yep. Yeah, Magic the Gathering, it's really escaped me as a franchise. I mean, I remember my comic book shop, right, when I started going there during my early days, they tried getting me into Magic because they do host tournaments for that, right? But I had to decide, do I collect comics or do I collect cards?
That's fair.
Two hobbies, you know?
Two expensive hobbies.
Yeah, I had to choose one because, hey, hobbies are expensive, audience. So, you know.
Expensive, trust.
Yep. So, yeah. Any other thoughts?
I only got into Magic recently when they put the game on the phone. Yeah. And it played just like the way they made it, so you can. If I play on the phone, I can immediately just play on the table the same exact way. Any card in the phone you can get in real life. You can really just play that deck. And that's pretty much puts it over a lot of card games.
Yeah.
Right now, like you can't play Pokemon Marvel Snap and then go play it in real life. You can't play Pokemon Pocket, or whatever they call it, and play the Pokemon card game like that. Can they play it two different ways? Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links, you can't play Duel Links and then go try to think you can play Yu-Gi-Oh! Now. You're gonna immediately lose. Magic the only game you play it just like you play it here and you play it in real life. So it's a meeting jumping on point.
Wow. There you go, audience. There you go. So, all right then. Any final thoughts, guys?
This dragon is making me mad that the person who did the Monster Hunter movie with the person who fucked up Resident Evil. I can never forget what he did for Monster Hunter.
Wow.
I might make y'all watch that one day.
All right, we'll see we'll see where that goes. So, all right then. I guess with that, let's move on, audience.
That was a rush job. Bro. It was a rush job, bro.
You have fun talking about this.
It was a rush job, bro. Listen,
we'll hold it down for you.
Listen, Crypto was like, "Hey, Jake, I need a picture right now." I said, "Oh fuck!" I got this one.
It looks so awkward. Like, what is he doing? Like, if he pulled away with his arm and he's flung it around, I'm like, why do you pull?
This is
Jake, Well, excuse me for hey, I wanted you to do the easy part while I did the hard part. You know?
No, I was like, no, it was just like I wasn't expecting. Well, no. I didn't think we were going to review this again, and then you're like, yeah.
I thought we were doing like a.
I thought you wanted to.
Yeah, I know. And I said, sure. They were like, oh, well, find me a thumbnail picture and do it quick. And I said, oh.
Jake, you know, I'm not watching this because I don't have Disney Plus anymore.
Yeah, no. I'm not blaming you. I just didn't think you were gonna make me get something so quick.
For future reference, for anyone, and I guess scripted, unless the next episodes are like the God tier thing or just awful, we're probably gonna wait till the finale.
Right. Okay. Yeah, I was just not expecting. It was just because you asked. I was like, oh, I guess we're just low on topics. I guess we'll do it. But
okay.
So anyway, we have the next 3 episodes of Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man. And so
people are calling this the downfall of Lonnie Lincoln right now.
Yes. Yes. I'm also calling it Norman Osborn Jr. So the show. But
this is bad mentor Normie.
Yes. Yeah, you want proof that Tony Stark was a W mentor, bro? Watch this show, bro. Cause you see this suit on screen, Krypton? Yeah. This is the 4th suit. I think we went through like 4 different suits. It took Norman 5th. It took Norman 5 tries to make a good Spider-Man suit. So Tony looked at this man online and said, I got you, fam. In fact, I'll make you 2 good suits.
His first suit was his first suit had a cape that got caught on something. His second suit was like the Beetle suit with wings. It's like, bro, I can swing. Why would I do that? The third suit was something else. I don't remember. The 4th suit was Batman with a glider. And then the 5th suit was this.
I'm just saying. Tony Stark looked at him and he said, I already know what I got to do. I already know what this kid can be. Let me make him better. So,
okay.
But in terms of the actual plot itself, actually, I found that a whole bit annoying. Because I know we're just referencing a bunch of suits. My problem with it is they
reference all the ones, but the main one was the Ricochet suit, and that really pisses me off on some level.
My problem is it was kind of dragging for me. It's like Norman, like at some point, like he's Spider-Man, like just make a Spider-Man suit, and he had one. It was just like, why was this the first one? And I mean, he explains
he had it from the start. Cause you see like the designs he has for the suit already,
right? And he explains
he waited for some reason.
Yeah, he explains it. He's like, "Oh, I just want you to be prepared for everything because this is a world where we need heroes. The Avengers have broken up." By the way, we see Civil War without Spider-Man in this episode.
Yeah, and this timeline, Civil War happened already.
Yeah.
Okay, so how did that play out then?
So we already knew it from the trailer.
It happened the same way it did in the movie. We just no Spider-Man.
It's probably just that like Team Iron Man just got their asses washed because Spider-Man was really holding it down. So I don't know if anyone remembers Civil War. If everybody says like Peter's like useless in the MCU, but Peter was like literally clutched up in that fight.
It honestly feels like because Peter wasn't there to stop Bucky and Falcon for those few seconds. It felt like he all just went and jumped to Talon. That's what it feels like.
He beats up Falcon and Bucky. Then he holds his own against Captain America. And then when they can't fight Giant Man,
he came up with a plan to fight. Yeah,
he can't fight Giant Man. So like he comes up with a plan to beat them, and Tony's like, "Oh shit, this kid's like really good." So I mean, I'm just saying, I always have to bring this up because I think people forget. And this is consistent through all the movies that Peter is actually really smart in the MCU. Like he's the smartest version of the character in this in that timeline. So, and when I say the character, I mean like in live action movies. I don't mean like comics, but you know this. Anyway,
comics, I mean it.
Oh, well. And this version of events, he wasn't there, so he's kind of like, you know, he doesn't know Tony Stark. We don't even know Tony Stark for all we know. Well, actually, no, that would have been news. If Tony Stark died, we would have known. But you know, but anyway, the point being that we get to see Peter in a world where he didn't join.
It felt too early to me. I will comment that because, like, I guess to be fair, we don't know the time frame, but we know originally it would be like the first 6 months as he becomes Spider-Man. There's no way we saw like him get bought by Spider and just jump 6 months to Civil War. You know what I mean? Literally he gets bit by the Spider the first day of school, and then the next day of school, basically the next 2 days of school, you find out like. What?
We did have a time jump. Remember, he gets bit, he passes out. Next time he goes to school, he's Spider-Man. So there was like a time jump.
No, I know we have a time jump. I'm saying we don't know what the time jump is.
Oh, yeah.
And it feels weird. The time jump is like 6 months, all the way to Civil War by episode 4.
I would give it the 6 months because in Civil War, isn't it the 6th month when Tony finds out that like Peter held the bus? That's when and that happened. We saw that happen before this point. Mm-hmm. That's what like we saw the scene where Peter grabs the bus, which indicates that it's near the 6 month time. It was.
I know, but since they took it out of the MCU, I didn't feel like it had to have like the same time frame.
Oh, you said we
it felt weird to immediately jump forward because like the whole point of the show originally it was supposed to take place during the 6 months before he found out.
Yeah. But yeah, that said, so we have a Peter who has a different mentor now, so Iron Man isn't there. And you really do feel a difference though. It feels like Norman wants to change Peter into something else. Like he believes in Peter.
But he wants to pull Peter to whatever he thinks a hero is.
Right. As opposed to Tony, who's like just wants Peter to get better at what he already is before he jumps into the big stuff. And I do like that different dynamic between them as mentors. There's just someone believing in you and somebody just wanting you to be a thing. Also, we get Harry Osborn in this next set of episodes as well.
And then we do not know if he's gay or not, despite the 2 earrings and all that other stuff.
Yeah. But we do. Him and Peter aren't friends, so Peter's not like keen on this guy, but like he's kind of like, I guess he knows my identity now, so I kind of have to be friends with him.
No, wait. For people who don't know, Peter gives away his identity because he's blind for some reason. So Peter pulls up on Oscorp, swinging to the window. Through the window, you can see Norman and his son, and he's just yapping and talking. He unmasks himself.
What?
Before he even realized Harry's in the room. Despite you being able to see Harry as he swing up through the window. It's a window. You can clearly see this dude. Me and Jake saw this episode and was like, what the fuck, Peter?
Also, Norman has a specific, they also highlight that Norman has a specific protocol for when he needs to have a private conversation with Spider-Man. So I don't know why he just like jumped in and just said anything without. So like, they,
This man has a protocol and the whole room shuts down with metal shutters and stuff that you'll think he was searching the adult site. And that's what it's for.
Yeah. Also, Cryptid, Doc Ock's on the show. He showed up.
Okay. Yeah, and his first scene, it was pretty okay. I think you hated his voice, right?
Yeah, his voice was weird. I don't like his voice, but he's doing his master planner shtick. Cryptid.
We got Stunner too, Cryptid. His original girlfriend.
Yeah, we also got Alexi before he became the Rhino. That was pretty fun.
We got Scorpion too.
Yes, we have the Scorpion Gang. So this is before, I guess, Vulture. And who knows? Maybe Vulture. I guess Vulture isn't doing his arms deal stuff, but I don't know. Who knows? I think. So yeah, like I said, I enjoy Peter enough. I mean, he annoys me in some aspects, but like in others, like he shines. So like, Also, I think also another thing that I like about this Peter that like, oh my God, breath of fresh air. He knows how to manage time. Like he's good at time management. If he can't make it,
he messed up the first time in like episode 2. But Chris, when I tell you, every time he told someone I'm going to be there, he was there. Despite being Spider-Man, it was like, what the fuck? You can do that?
He might have been late, but he was there. Like he was.
No, even the Nico thing, he was there on time. He came there on the dot.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. So, which I like that too because I think writers mistake like this thing where it's like, oh, he's being responsible, but he has a responsibility to the people in his life too. That is also a big part of being responsible as well. So, I do like that's highlighted.
That's no fault though.
Yeah.
Fuck you, Mr. Spider-Man is the greatest threat to Peter's regular life.
Right. And that was a thing of Spectacular too, where Peter would just be like, usually he's just tired, but that Peter was
but when you're first starting, sure, but 2 years into Spider-Man, bro, if you don't just shoot this guy in the web and go home.
Well, that Peter is also like he's still a teenager. Like they treat him more like
we are not counting against him. I'm talking about regular Spider.
I'm saying like with Spectacular Spider-Man, he's really like a teenager. So like, yeah, he's responsible, but sometimes he just like, fuck it, I just want to break, or like he's not thinking things clearly. Like, so those things are kind of like more acceptable. It's to me, my line with Spider-Man is like, okay, but you clearly had the chance to do that. There's no reason you can't figure this out. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you know, and I think that episode where he shows up with Nico, that's after he almost gets killed.
Yeah.
By the way, he gets like.
He fights Speed Demon and Tarantula in an episode. Okay. He almost dies, and he shows up. Isn't that the fight before Nico? No. Yeah. The fight before Nico is the Lexi fight. He gets shoot with the laser.
He gets shoot with the laser, and then he shows up. He still shows up to the date. I'm like, damn, bro, that's kind of cool.
He takes the hit to save Rhino from Stunner. And then he literally almost died. He was going to kill him, but Alexi saved him. But he straight up told him, I saved your life because you protected me. We're not friends. I'm still going to beat your ass for taking me jail after this.
I'll be so heated about that though.
And I'll be really heated. Despite him almost dying and clearly beat up, and him saying, I want to go home and take a sleep and go to sleep. Oh no, he wanted to go to Oscorp and take a nap and stuff. He immediately shows up to Nico. He just invites Harry with him because Harry is his man in the chair like Ned was in Spider-Man Homecoming.
Right.
So he makes it on time, but he invites Harry. We go into Nico's plot where she's like, I guess she feels like she's losing her friend Peter.
But it's like kind of weak. It's like
you can't. You never had more than one friend at a time. Like Peter's not ditching you. He just invited Harry because Harry was there where he was, and Harry was going to be alone.
Right. And you know he has a job.
I get I get you hanging out with your best friend. It's like you want to be you, but he doesn't do it often. You only did it one time. To be fair, she did suck it up and go with it after it.
Okay.
But like you can tell this is going to be a problem at some point. And
I think that's also that's okay. So this is where we're kind of getting to the weaknesses of the show. I think the side cast is still becoming like an issue for me, where it's like, okay, you want me to have this emotional weight with them. I don't know these people. Like, I don't know.
He's not gotten anything cryptid, just so you know.
Wait, what about Wave?
She has not gotten anything. Pearl has not gotten anything besides trying to support Lonnie, and Lonnie not being able to tell her what he's been doing.
Wow.
Yeah. My thing is like, I don't know these people. Like, the most development we get is Lincoln. And I think my problem with Lincoln is like he feels so removed from what Peter's doing.
His last name, bro.
Yeah, bro. I got listen until he comes that Tombstone. Well, he is Tombstone now, but he's
Tombstone now.
Yeah, he's Tombstone now. Yeah, but my problem
with Tombstone with name, not in body.
Yeah, my problem with Lonnie is like it's not terrible. It's just like it feels so. Peter,
but it's not disconnected from Peter, so it doesn't matter. Yeah. Like it doesn't like it matters.
Peter might fight one guy from that gang, but no one ever goes to Peter like, hey, you know, your best friend who we see you palling around with all the time, like he's been missing practice. Maybe go talk to him or something like that. Like, you know, like again, if this happened in Spectacular, it would be like this. It would be like, actually, it did happen. Harry starts taking drugs. He starts acting weird, and then Gwen turns to Peter. Peter has no idea this is happening. Gwen would turn to Peter and be like, hey, Pete, like your best friend is on drugs or something. Like, can you go talk to him? And Peter would be like, oh shit, yeah, I guess so. Like,
I also have a problem with the show. We did our first review where it's like, Peter, not this guy's friend. It's just guy just kind of latched on to Peter.
Yeah,
and it's like for real, the people we don't see their full friendship. Lonnie wanted to team up with him because he heard people were smart. They did a project. He invited Peter to the football game. Peter got an internship and he left and didn't show up to the party. And then this happened. Like this arc happened. Right. So like they don't really have a friendship or a basis to be like, Peter, you should go check on Lonnie if his girlfriend is like, I can't even do it. You know what I mean?
Right. I think sometimes it would have been just okay if like they just did the Harry thing where it's like Peter goes to school, his best friend's Lonnie. You don't have to like we have that already built in.
Sir, my best friend Nico, that guy left on.
Right. Well, this show should just made them a trio. Like it's just Nico, Peter, and Lonnie. I think that would have been kind of cool. You could have tied that into. I think like I think my problem is like it feels like the arcs that they're leading to should have been for the next season, and this season should have been building them up as friends. Yeah, because like Nico feeling abandoned from what? I don't know what your relationship's supposed to look like.
You've been friends for 2 episodes. Congratulations, like.
Right. Like I know there was in the time skip they became best friends, but I didn't see that. I don't know what she's complaining about. So I think that's my issue. I think with Lonnie, it's like if Lonnie was just his friend for like a season, like next season, you'd be like, oh, okay, well now I understand like this is Peter's friend. Peter needs to look out for him more. I can't even say it's like a thing where like because in the comics and like in the shows, they have this thing where like Peter's like, oh, you're too busy being Spider-Man to notice. It's like no one's telling him and he doesn't hang out with this guy. So like
he told his own girlfriend. Like Peter has no Peter and him aren't in the same friend circle. Well, not friend circle, social circle. They don't do the same things. They don't like the same thing. So Peter has no way to naturally know that something's wrong with his character. So if this character later blames Peter or anything like that, I'm going to be mad.
Right. It's like it's not really Peter's fault. I mean, Peter's kind of too blameless in this. I mean, he spends more time with Oscorp. But only with Norman. So I guess, yeah, that really is my problem. It's just like Peter doesn't have any relationship with any of the school cast. Which, if you're gonna put Peter in high school, the best part about Peter in high school is when he's with the other kids. But he doesn't, even that whole scene with Nico and Harry meeting up, we don't see that. We don't see that relationship.
We don't see the resolution. We see the start of it, and then they skip to another thing.
Yeah, so I don't really vibe in with that. I think that's the weakest aspect of this. And again, if you're gonna do Peter Parker in high school, well, there was already a working model for it. You need to show Peter in high school with these characters, and you need to see them actually have interactions and talk about the day-to-day school stuff, which they do, but it doesn't really mean much. So, yeah. In terms of the action sequences,
they're not really hanging out. They're talking about like later when they hang out. So like we get a scene with Peter and Nico at like either his house or her house after school, and they're more talking about like the next thing they're going to do other than actually doing something together.
Right. And I think the next problem I have too is I do want to say a compliment. I do like Peter Parker. I do like Spider-Man's banter in this. It's not funny. It doesn't make me laugh. But it's like, that was fun. I like that you said that. That was kind of fun. So
that's funny.
Yeah. I think for a lot of Spider-Man cartoons, it's felt like Spider-Man is trying way too hard to make you, the viewer, laugh. But in this show, he's saying things that just feel natural. Like it's him making a joke, but it's like a natural joke. It's not like him just reaching to make something.
It's not out of fear. It does feel more natural in the situation that makes him make the joke. Like when I'm nervous, I'm scared, or I'm losing. I gotta throw him off of the game or stuff like that.
Yeah, like take like when he's fighting the speedster and the punchy girl or whatever whose names I just don't care about. Yeah, and so like he makes like like there's like one time where like they try to circle around him and he just says, it's like a very simple line. He's just like time out, and he like jumps on the wall and he's like, okay, I'm ready, time in. And I thought that was like
they actually did stop too.
I was like funny too.
Stop to look and see what he was doing.
Right. Those are the types of jokes I like too, where it just feels like it naturally flows off Peter. That's the ultimate Spider-Man humor I did appreciate from the comic. And that's kind of
I was going to choke you out.
No. I fucking no, absolutely not. But as far as the villains are concerned, that's my last complaint. None of the villains are all that interesting.
They're not good.
Yeah, they're not. They're just.
I think the most interesting we had was Inferno, only because he burnt down the wrong place. So I do want to know like why he wanted to burn down
I think this is a trap that they ended up having to follow, was the fact that you gotta remember this is kind of like year one Spider-Man villains he has to fight. So you're not
they're still doing Doc Ock and stuff. It's just other than his introduction theme, we haven't done anything with Doc Ock. We only get one scene of him, and because Alexi and him doing a job for Doc Ock, and they give him the money for tech, and that's it. That's all. That's the only thing he gets.
I don't think that's an excuse either, because 90s Spider-Man and Spectacular did this great where like the villains, the first time a villain shows up, they get like most of the episodes to themselves.
It's very impactful.
Yeah, like the top of my head, because I haven't seen 90s in a minute, so I'm gonna go to Spectacular. Like when you see Electro for the first time, you see him before he's Electro, you see him when he gets his powers, and you see him after the fact, and you see him get to that villain point. So by the time Spider-Man fights him, even if Peter doesn't know his story, you feel for him. You're like, oh yeah, that's a cool guy.
We kind of got that here, but it's not like the same degree. Like Inferno and Speed Demon, we just see them get their power. Well, we see them. No, we see Inferno after he got his powers. We see him and get his tech and then start doing stuff. We see a little bit of him beforehand, where he buys his tech. We don't really get his story. You just know him and his girlfriend are kind of assholes. And then for Stunner, you do see her doing Shield the Criminal before she got the tech. She got the tech to break them out of jail, and then she turned like super evil for some reason.
Yeah, like before it was like you got to see these villains as people before they were villains, and you didn't always sympathize with them. Like, I mean, like again, like I mean, in the Spectacular show, like Rhino and Sandman were just like crooks. Peter kept routinely beating up until they got powers, but that was fun because they had a fun dynamic. They were like they were funny with each other, and then one got powers and the other one got it later, so they teamed up again. Like they made dynamics with these villains, so when Spider-Man fought them, you were interested in seeing them again.
Yeah.
So I think that's what the show is missing in the villains department. I honestly, I would say that a lot with recent Spider-Man villains. But other than that, it's an enjoyable.
Anyway, I can just remind him too. It's the only villain who has like actual development is the one that doesn't know Spider-Man exists, and it's Big Donovan. Big Donovan runs the gang that Lonnie's in. So Lonnie's story so far has been his brother joined the gang. And to get his brother out the gang, he had to join the gang, and that's why he's missing practice and all the other stuff. And that's how we find out about Scorpion running the opposite gang. There was a whole gang fight. Scorpion was going to kill Big Donovan, and Lonnie saved him. That's how he got named Tombstone from Donovan. But Donovan's whole thing was like, once you join the gang, this is your life. So when I call you, you do what you got to do, and all that stuff. So this character ends up getting powers or something bigger, different, like something different. I can honestly say he's the only one who has any type of development before he got powers.
Yeah, and
he
obviously,
has like 3 episodes now doing stuff. He's not the best, but he's doing stuff. You know what I mean? So,
and obviously Norman Osborn, because we kind of get a trajectory from. I see how he's going to become a villain, even though he's not doing anything villainous.
I think if we got to go a villain, I'll say become the Green Goblin, bro. Like
because no, it's because he has this whole speech with Peter about like how like the Avengers are not enough. The world needs heroes, a better type of hero. I can see him very much being like, and I'm gonna be that hero too, and he tries and just.
I get it, but I feel like that's the type of shit you'll do when you become like War Machine, like he becomes like the Iron Patriot. Like the Green Goblin suit.
I think he's gonna figure out how Peter Parker's powers work and try to recreate it too. I'm sure they're gonna have some fallout, and then Norman's gonna get mad about it and be like, "Yeah, I'm gonna be a hero too. Fuck you."
But the other part is like the way he's built, though. I don't see.
No,
he's been great credit. Like Green Goblin works because he's usually built like slender and stuff.
Yeah,
but then like Norman here is like it just built like a 6-foot man.
Well, he's gonna be ultimate
Green Goblin. On the Green Goblin outfit, like bro,
he's gonna be ultimate Green. He's gonna be ultimate Green Goblin, the buff one.
It reminds me like you imagine you're getting Batman and like absolute Batman shows up, like bro, why are you so jacked? I don't like you. I need to do that scene from Spectacular. He looks like a Batman rebuilding.
There you go. But yeah, it's like I said, it's an enjoyable show. By the way, if I'm comparing it to Spectacular a lot, it's because it's the only one with the high school setting, and that's what I'm referencing it. On its own, though,
I'll have you know, Ultimate was in high school.
It was loosely in high school. It was like he showed up maybe once or twice in that school. In fact, after season 2, I think they just stopped using the high school. It's like one of the seasons they just never did high school anymore.
Well, once they couldn't bring Phil Coulson back, that was it for high school, man.
Yeah, and it was never the focus. It was really just about the 5 Shield kids. But I use Spectacular as a reference for like a good example of high school stuff. But on its own, the show is still enjoyable, and that intro sequence. Fucking peak intro sequence. It's not my favorite in Spider-Man song, but in terms of Spider-Man openings, it is the best edited Spider-Man opening sequence.
I also will say, the cover thing, like the end of the song leads into like a comic book cover. I think didn't we say 2 of them were bad and one of them was good? This time around?
Yeah.
So they're losing their luster. They need to pick better poses, bro. I'm taking this man's pride to being in the center of the camera.
It's the side effect of trying to be like unique every episode. But I will say, when those covers are good, followed by the intro leading into the cover, it's fucking good. It fucking hits. So you know, Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man. It's on Disney Plus. Go check it out. Like I said, good show. It just has some problems, but maybe it can fix them in season 2. I don't think I'm gonna fix it this season, but that's what it is.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I know. All right then. I guess with that, audience, we're done the media news. Now
Let's speed run. Let's speed run, guys.
Let's go.
Yeah, I did not expect it to go that long. I forgot what time it was.
Gotcha. Well, who wants to do the honors at this one?
I don't know what this is.
What is that?
Okay, so
I know what this is.
go ahead, Witch.
So we learned. So Batman has a new love interest, and it's the daughter of the bitch who killed his parents.
Joe Chill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is the
so that's terrible.
I would not expect Joe's Chill daughter to have like purple hair like this, but
Yeah, why
It's
she
a new
look
age.
nothing like her father?
It's a new age.
Maybe she
It's a new
died.
age.
It's fine like she dyed her hair, but it doesn't feel like this guy's daughter.
Would you want to look like the man who killed the richest
They don't
people
know
in
that.
Gotham?
No one else knows that.
yeah.
Oh, she doesn't know that?
Yeah. Well,
No, she
according
doesn't know he killed Batman's father.
Oh no! You killed the Waynes, which is just as bad.
Also, according to this,
Some people probably love her for that.
yeah. Also, according to this, Jake, apparently Batman doesn't know that she's the daughter of Joe Chill.
Oh well, there you go.
He's the worst detective of all time.
Well, to be fair, he doesn't look into her yet. He just
Batman though. Batman puts no. You're not telling me that Batman of all people does not search his whole thing to find out who people are when you get home.
He's just a creep.
The most paranoid nigga in history. It's definitely type her name in his computer when he gets home.
Austin, he definitely did his search on her and just not in the way you're thinking of.
Yeah, I hope he has the STD.
You can say he did a full cavity search. There you go.
Oh yeah, yep. We see it here, audience. And if you think this is a little spicy,
is it the main comic or just something else?
It's the main comic, Detective Comics by Tom Taylor, apparently. And if you audience, audience, if you think these couple panels are too spicy for the channel, keep in mind we saw Batman's dick not too long ago. So yeah,
no, that was on actively the DC's Black Bridge, which is for that though. This is not.
Okay.
What was I?
Well, DC Max, I think it's called. I don't remember.
I know it's her hair supposed to be. Her hair is supposed to be in the shadows, I imagine, but I don't like. I don't like how it's black. Yeah, it's supposed to be black. Like it looks completely different from the one that's in the
shadows. We're looking dead at her for his angle.
Yeah. So,
I think this was just a premise someone thought of, like, hey, maybe I could write a story about this. But then when you're trying to put this in mainline continuity, you're like, okay, this. If Bruce ever finds out, if
think it
ever
doesn't work, that he's still supposed to, like, he's still teasing the black cat, the
Catwoman. That's what I was getting. I was like, what happened with him and Catwoman? I know they're not married.
Long term, will they? Won't they? We're kind of together or not together thing, and then still have him want to be the playboy sleeping around.
Right. Yeah.
I think. I don't inherently if he doesn't know from the jump, I don't inherently have an issue with it. I'm more interested with the fallout. That's really going to determine if this is.
He usually doesn't sleep with women without knowing. That like the whole point of the persona.
I mean,
he doesn't choose people specifically. He chooses people specifically. So if he'll just randomly beat a woman and they'd be like, well, I guess I'll just take her home and sleep with her. It feels out of character for him. Does that make sense?
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I haven't read Batman since Tom King, so I don't know what's going on with this dude. I just know that. Like,
Batman do that.
Yeah, when Bruce eventually finds out who her father is, man, and he's still with her, that's going to cause some bit of complaining because you're going to have to justify why Bruce would want to stick with her after all that.
She didn't do it.
Well, compared, how many women has Bruce slept with? It can't. This particular girl can't be that good, I
don't think he actually. I don't think he actually sleeps with. I mean, unless you're talking about the Batman women, I don't think he actually sleeps with women like he has no interest with.
He does.
He just kind of like plays them.
Yeah.
Oh, he does. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Every woman he had took as a fake date to something, he had slept with as an alibi for something else.
Okay. I'm pretty sure he just like he just like wears a fake dick so he doesn't get like the.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like you're telling me he stops. No, I'm saying he usually picks women or knows who women are beforehand because he intents of his search. It's all about the persona. So you can't have someone who gets too clingy or someone who will try to do something if he doesn't call her back.
So who's Scarlet Martha Scott? Like is that her?
Yeah,
I thought that was the place.
It's the private penthouse of this woman.
Yeah, so it's her. So her name is like, oh, I see, because her name is Martha. Her name is Martha. That's why he fucking did it. I see. I understand. All right.
He has mommy issues.
Yeah, bro.
Jake, don't try to pull an Oedipus Rex sort of complex with this man.
He was like, "What's your name?" Scarlet. Oh, Scarlet Martha Scott. Oh,
I think he just got a motorcade, but let's go home.
Wait, you have any thoughts of this, man? You've been pretty silent throughout most of the night. So.
Well, as you know, I'm not really too interested in a lot of the topics on the Monday night, unless something intrigues me. But this is very intriguing. When I first heard about this, I think on Twitter and then TikTok as well, I was like, huh. Okay. This is very interesting.
You know, I agree. I think if it's executed right, it's fine. You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of like when
it's a weird period to do it in. I feel like if you did it earlier in the rebooted area, probably.
Yeah.
But I feel like it's weird, like the whole Catwoman debacle with Joe Chill going.
This should have been done in absolute Batman, since it's a fresh.
That was interesting too.
This did happen, and we just talked about this, but it did happen in Spectacular Spider-Man when Peter's like in prison with Black Cat, and he finds out like her father is like the killer of Uncle Ben, and he's like, oh, fuck this guy.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
But now that Bruce has slept with her, once he finds out the truth, what is he gonna do? Is he gonna freak out? He's like, "Mother, I'm sorry, I'm sorry." I told you, you ruined me.
I read a dialogue. Yeah, you talk about when I invite you to dinner. I really didn't have a plan to do anything like this. And then the second part in the bottle, he actively bring up the mug.
Oh God!
You didn't put the mother to get me at my most vulnerable, did you?
Does he know at this scene? Does he know?
I don't know.
I don't think he knows. But I did. He bring up the mother's parents post sex.
But she says because revisiting your past trauma is the perfect date, right? Like what is? It's either trauma really bonding, on the nose or he knows.
Trauma bonding.
Yeah, I don't know what this. You know what it was? They probably had a date.
This is such a weird situation.
Nah,
this probably had a date.
This is her trying to pay for her dad's sins.
I just remember. I vaguely remember. I didn't read this. I was vaguely keeping up with Batman at the time. I do remember he did have a talk with Joe Chill before. I don't know if it's like, hey, you can fuck my daughter.
Before Joe Chill died, he in the chair made peace with Joe Chill because he found he to be fair, at first he scared the dog shit out of Joe Chill and was trying to torture him. But he found the letter that Joe Chill was going to send to Bruce Wayne, explaining like apologizing all the other stuff and how he would change as a person and all the other stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So he made peace with Joe Chill. So he probably won't like have the impact or like that people think it's gonna have.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. It's just a weird situation, like I said.
Nah. Well, I mean, there's forgiveness. Then there's sticking your dick in.
Listen, you took.
But he would like you as a person wouldn't blame that. Would you blame her for her father thing? I don't think you care that much.
Also, this is payback. Listen, you took my parents. I take your daughter. How about that? How about the apples, bro?
But I think Joe Chill would care. From his point of view, like, well, my daughter became the richest woman in Gotham.
I didn't say I was gonna keep her. I said I was gonna take your daughter. I didn't say I was gonna break her heart, bro. I just said I was gonna take her.
If it does like that, I guess whatever. But
yep.
How much you want to bet she becomes Superwoman? Well, like what's the betting on that?
What would she do? Is she the shooter? Is that she's gonna shoot a gun?
No. Here's what it is. She's gonna be the one walking across the streets, pointing a gun at all the 1%ers.
Yeah,
that's what it is, Like,
every time you turn the corner,
I like it.
Every time you look around,
named it like Joe Chill. She started mugging rich people.
I'm Jane Chill.
I don't read enough DC to actually really care all too much about this. So, as you know, I'm more of a Marvel indie reader. So,
but just the premise of it alone was enough to like evoke a reaction.
What are your abs?
Oh no, I was shook. Don't get me wrong, I was shook. So,
what Batman abs at, bro?
He tucks them in so it doesn't give away that he's Batman.
I like his pose he's doing in the bed, bro. I don't think he's got the same pose at the bottom page.
No, look, he tucks his abs in at night so no one knows he's Batman. But when he's Batman, they come back in. That's so, there you
that's
go.
how that works.
Austin, he just spent a night watching Jurassic Park.
Japanese? Don't you like the most white man ever met in my life? No, he pulled a Japanese woman.
She kind of looks like Psylocke.
Yeah, I was going to say that.
I don't have like a full picture of her, so I can't really determine anything. But from what
that photo there looked like Psylocke. This looked like Psylocke.
Right there.
Joe Chill was like a
Psylocke when she had like the butterfly suit.
Yeah.
That kind of looks like when Betsy Braddock was Quanon, and then the other one just looks like full on.
That's what I mean.
But yeah, I forgot what we should move on in the interest of time. My bad.
Yeah, but
I'm excited. I have peace to say with a certain topic.
Okay,
bro. Who got the background, bro? Who he pulling? I want to see that couple.
Gotcha. But all right then, no audience. With that, let's move on to the next topic.
Oh my god, I want to save my piece on this. Okay, so Scarlet Witch and Vision miniseries from Steve Orlando. I like Steve Orlando's books. I like the Scarlet Witch books. I cannot get behind this fuck ass book. This is MCU synergy at its core.
Yeah,
stay the fuck away from my girl. I would rather have a Wanda's Wonder Man book, and I don't even give a shit about Wonder Man.
Hey, if you want
she needs to stay away from him. She's the one ruined that relationship. Okay.
Yeah. No, they need to stay away from each other. They need to stay the fuck away from each other.
Yep.
They both fucked up, okay? But guess what? Guess who left this relationship a little bit better and without all the mental issues? Vision.
Yeah.
You know what? I feel like Moondragon took too much away from Quicksilver when she made him not robot racist. Because if I was Pietro, I would be so robot racist to Vision and would not be funny. Fuck you, Vision.
You do all this stuff with your sister. You find out she's like dating what in your mind is just a sentient sex toy. Like, bro, come on.
Like, not even Aurora wanted to fuck a robot. What the hell happened here?
This is why the robot revolution happened, which because not enough people want to fuck robots. I'm telling you.
Do you think Vision has a Bluetooth feature?
Yeah.
I need to go to sleep.
If you don't think it's detachable, he can control it from a distance. You don't know Vision, okay?
I need to take a shower after this because Vision.
Gotcha.
Ew.
I just like the fact that, like, Steve Orlando, right? I know this Scarlet Witch books aren't really selling much, but they have to keep going through number ones every so often. But I just like how
I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
No, they're good. They're not selling well.
Yeah, that's the thing. Which otherwise they won't have to be doing this number one
that's
Rick.
Why. It's not white woman Wanda. God forbid.
But I just gotta say, like, Steve Orlando, props to you because you're like, oh, I'm finishing my era of Scarlet Witch. Just you watch. I don't care if I have to go through another number one. You will see the beginning, middle, and end to my mark on Scarlet Witch. So.
I think just put her in a team book at this point. Just make it the main focus of a team book if the solo books aren't working as well.
I guess. But yeah, as far as the White Vision thing goes, I mean, again, yeah, as Witch stated, it's MCU synergy vibes. Like, we all know Vision Quest is still going to be a thing.
Well, to be fair, this is the celebration of their 50th anniversary of their wedding.
Yeah, there's that. Oh well, but then what's with the White Vision?
I don't know. I have to read the book.
I did see multiple covers, and this was just one of them, so I cannot guarantee or deny what they're gonna do in the book. But still, ew, Vision, get the fuck off my screen. Stay the fuck away from my girl. Fuck you, bitch.
Yeah. But yeah. Well, we're getting it whether we want to or not. So yeah, is what it is. You guys have any other thoughts on this before we move on to the last topic?
No, let Jericho Drum and Wanda Maximoff get back together, please, because that will make me happy.
I forgot.
Vision got abs, but Batman don't. Don't never forget that.
I forgot. What are those two still together?
No, because Marvel decided to be like, fuck
they get on and off every other book. It feels like you'll randomly see them together, you'll randomly see them apart.
In the House of Harkness, Infinity comic, they do get together, and it's really cute because they're in like a high school AU.
Oh, okay, gotcha. But all right then. I guess with that, let's move on to the final topic of the night, audience. This might be a quickie, really.
They got canceled, right?
Yeah. Marvel Comics cancels Spirits of Violence.
Oh yeah. Wasn't like the whole reason this is weird because like did they just announce like the Spirit of Violence for like Daddy catch their sister or something?
Yes.
Or mom.
They already. I mean, this was scheduled to be released in March, actually. But yeah, by what we mean by cancel, it's not like the series is going on, and then Marvel's like, okay, the series is going to end, right? No, they're not even going to be printing this book. And I'm like, oh.
You don't know, it doesn't happen often. I think last time it happened with the Luke Cage book. That was because of COVID. Luke Cage was supposed to get a tie into Devil's Reign, where he fights a girl who turns people into concrete.
Yep.
But
we were also supposed to get an Empire tie-in with Strike Force, but that didn't happen as well because of COVID.
That was a different situation, yeah. But I think it was David F. Walker who made a comment on that Luke Cage book saying like there are only really two reasons why a comic would be canceled, even though the artwork and stuff is there, you know. One, either the sales they made for it were so low that it wasn't even worth the printing paper, or two, someone high up in the pyramid came in and told them to stop directly. So
to be fair, with the Luke Cage thing, we do know there was something that was going to be problematic, at least at the time.
Yeah.
If I remember correctly, I think we talked about it when that happened.
We did, yeah. So in that situation, it would have had to have been someone high up in the pyramid who came in and stopped that Luke Cage book from being printed.
Yeah, because people don't know. We have all the variants, like all the covers for that book. It's going to be 3 issues. We got every cover for that book and variants for that book. And then the book didn't come out.
Yep. They didn't even want printed.
Kind of the same thing with this. We have the variants for this too.
I guess maybe Sales the Band weren't there because I don't see why.
To be fair, the sales aren't there. Ghost Rider as a book, Ghost Rider as a character is cool, but people do not buy Ghost Rider books.
Yeah, he's a cool.
People
tattoo.
love Ghost Rider. Every Ghost Rider. People do not read Ghost Rider. Do not let these people lie to you.
He's a cool tattoo design at the end of the day. But in terms of
I would read the book, but I'll talk about it. I know people do not care about Ghost Rider.
Yeah, you know. So I just think this is the first option I mentioned where maybe Salesman just wasn't there, you know. So
to be fair, I think
that's what happened to X Factor 2020 because that book was supposed to run for like 30-something issues, but it got canceled after 10.
Yeah.
That
is what happened. That was confirmed.
I am still fucking salty, and I'll never forgive y'all motherfuckers for this.
With this, I thought it was more strange because we were getting the Ghost Rider Wolverine stuff that was selling at least decently.
Is that because it's mainly Wolverine? Yeah, I think that yourself, you know.
No, I'm saying because of that book selling well, I thought they'll at least try to keep the side Ghost Rider thing going on. Because there's going to be a miniseries. It's going to be like an ongoing thing. You know what I mean? So I'm like, we get a lot of miniseries that don't sell well. It feels weird that this was the one canceled right after like they made like such a big change to Ghost Rider's like legacy.
I know, right?
His sister being the spirit of violence, which is a first in anything. People don't know Danny Ketch is the half brother of Johnny Blaze. Like they're all related. They're their sisters, both of their sisters.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. So, spirit of violence, like all this, a new type of Ghost Rider stuff, that's usually treated as a bigger deal. Good, or, like I still feel like this book should have came out, regardless.
Yeah, or unless they just wanted to keep the status quo and try saying that all Ghost Riders are the same. Remember the last time they had a Ghost Rider that was supposed to be different than the others?
We do. The hood, sir.
Huh?
Yeah, we did have a different one. We did have someone who was different, and she was also the Sorcerer Supreme. So I don't know what the fuck you're talking
about. What are you talking about?
Bella or some? I think that's what her name.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, I was just talking about Robbie Reyes. Like, yeah,
I was talking about the hood.
Oh, I didn't know he was a Ghost Rider.
That's so funny. We all thought Jake didn't even respond.
Yeah. What's that, Jake? Yeah, what's up with that, Jake? Come on.
What?
The status quo.
Oh well. All right. But
hey, why
done? Well, we're done for this. It's the last topic, isn't it?
Yeah. Okay. I thought some of us had more thoughts to say on this.
Oh, did we? Oh, my bad.
Okay.
Did we?
You guys have any other thoughts you want to add to this?
No, but I do have to go. I do want to go take a shower soon, so let's wrap this up.
I do hope the writer at least tell us what the story was going to be about. If there's going to be a new type of spirit, I want to know more about it, good or bad, you know?
Yeah. So, well.
Also, with the Hood being Ghost Rider potentially coming to Marvel Rivals, well, we know the Hood is coming to Marvel Rivals, and he's probably going to be Ghost Rider. I feel like if they probably should have kept this book going on a little bit longer, because he will come next season, and Blade and all that.
Okay. Well, we can always wish, I guess. So, all right. Well, yeah, audience. With that, we got through all topics.
Yay!
Ironically, this is probably the second latest it's been in a long time.
Yeah.
No, we've done a 12. No. When it's we've done this on.
I was saying we've been before this, but it's the second latest we've been in a while.
Yeah.
I feel like this is normal when it's on. As long as we don't go past 12:40.
We're all here. The longest we have been is 12:40.
You saying? I was
thinking.
I thought you were talking about when we were here till 1 o'clock, but
no, not back then. I'm talking about just like within the last 2 months. I would say.
We'll see. We're getting better. Yeah. So.
Let me be fair. We're going to have a lot to talk about. The 2 topics that went on the longest were the ones I didn't expect to go on that long.
That's true. But I'm ending it now. So.